Good morning, or afternoon-ish, or whatever. Anyway, just a brief update. Thought we'd pop the hood and show you what electrical system we don't have. Just have the stock alternator, 160 amp. And everything's filthy, so don't judge. Needs to be detailed, as does the interior. And then we have our stock battery. That's not a battery, woman.
Oh.
That would be a battery.
What is this?
It's an air box.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and over here we have a location to put a second battery, which we're gonna do. I'm gonna put one under the hood, and then we'll put our MacMan in here. Inside. Back here we just have one group 31 extra, one 600 amp fuse, which actually needs to be underneath of the hood. This is too much line to have without having a fuse in there, but I don't remember why I did it, being lazy. So if the fuse popped, I could change it inside without leaving the truck. Stupid anyway. And everything needs to be grounded. We still have it just grounded to the back of the body back here, but we have another 600 amp fuse here as well. And I mean, I can beat on this thing all day long, and the amp doesn't even feel like it's been played. It's still cool to the touch, and so is all the wires. The speakers, I mean, I haven't played them all day for a while, but they'll take at least 2 hours or so, 3 hours, and not even be warm to the touch. So the system's nice. I mean, it's going to do well with the upgrade. All right. This seat is getting fucking stiff for some reason in this mess. We need to clean this shit up. Half of these receipts need to go in the fucking in the box. Let's shake out here. Okay, we're just gonna take a brief trip. I need to take care of something. We'll listen to a song or so, and then we'll get out and let you listen to listen to the truck and see some flex out in the parking lot, and then we'll bring her back home and do some more unboxing. I've recently bought a bunch of stuff for this. About half of it's shown up. So right now, let me get this going here, and then we'll get our butts in motion. You're going to want to hold that thing. As soon as the music starts playing, you're going to lose your camera location.
That's what she said.
Yeah. She didn't say that to me. Whoever she is. Alright. Anyway, let's just listen to some Chopped and Screwed. Actually. Start. Play the song, you can go ahead and focus in on the speakers and let them see the flex of that. And then, like I said, I'll take care of what I need to, and we'll do flex in the parking lot for a minute. Short video, about 10-15 minutes. Big face, care of what I need to take care of, and we'll be right back. Okay, took care of it, so I'm back. We'll fucking play a little music here. She can walk around, show you guys a little bit of the flex inside and out, and then we'll get our asses motoring back home, listen to probably another song on the way back home, and unbox some shit. Okay, let me get this motherfucker going, get out of the way. Just like I said, just walking around the truck thoroughly inside and out. Some chopped and screwed. Chopped and screwed. which is disappointing, but not that bad. But this tiny little amplifier in the Escalade, it allows me to mount it in the same location as the factory amplifier, which would be under the armrest. We could put a little fan in there to keep it cool. I've heard something about temperature issues with these. I don't see why they would have temperature issues with them unless they had something incorrectly wired or whatever, but as long as you supply it the proper power, maybe a few amps above what it requires, it should run nice and fine, nice and cool, but who knows, we'll have to see. Oh, these stupid dogs are going to drive me up the wall. Alright, there that is. I guess actually we'll leave this out. Okay. The Escalade has 6.5-inch door speaker holes, so we just bought some 6.5s. Here's the typical shit, the sticker, and the user manual. What? You want the sticker? Oh, sweet. See how excited I am? Just thoroughly fucking amused. Anyway, here these are. These are just a mid-range driver. Decent little speaker. I believe they're 300 watts, 150 RMS. Damn. And these things, I see that the price already raised since I bought them. They went up $1 or $2, but I spent $19.99 for these a piece. $19.99, or maybe it was $95. I'm not sure. But for, I mean, the feel of it, it feels nice. We'll have to hook them up and see what they do. But even if they're not the best thing on the market, they're probably well worth $19. I have to say the Skar stuff hasn't let me down too much at all. It's a lower quality. I keep bought Reeboks and they just don't have it. But I think they want to see this shit. So in this particular instance, we bought 4 of those. So we have 4 6.5s, so I'm not going to unbox them all. You get the gist of the situation. Oh, a little silicone back, silica. And then these we haven't opened yet. The other ones I glanced at briefly. They've been here for a week or so. It was relatively fast on the shipping too, if I recall. It was only 3 or 4 days, maybe 5. So here we have the Super Bullet Tweeter. Which I believe these were actually more than the drivers. I spent, I think, $27 on these, $27.99. They come with a little capacitor, so everything should be good. I'm just going to hook them straight up to the amplifier with those and see what happens. It's going to be kind of funky on, because I have a dash speaker, which would be a center channel on a normal system, like a 5.1 system. But I'm going to hook up that center speaker, but it's going to end up just getting hooked up to the rear channel, I believe. Either left or right, or I'm going to find a way to hook up two speakers in the same location. But there that is as far as the Skar equipment goes. You doing everything right, Vanna? Show you doing your job, Vanna? Make sure you're showing them things. Letting them buy their vowels and shit. Alright. I believe this is kind of an extra, so we'll put this here. This came the other day. The girls totally unwrapped it though. I'm not sure who's to blame for that. Was that you? Yeah? Okay, it doesn't much matter. Who gives a shit? Now, if I can
To be honest, I thought it was the dog's cheese.
If I can unwrap it, then you'll be doing alright too.
Don't you think it looked like the dog's chains?
No, it's about half the size of the dog's treats. But here this is. The audio control Epicenter. Which is, I mean, this thing's pretty much looked the same for the last decade. We have this new little panel here that supposedly lights up, so we'll see that when we get her all done. I see a power light right here, but it says this indicates power. We'll see. Now, let this guy in so he'll at least shut up for a second. Maybe. Enzo, behave yourself, buddy. So here we have the Epicenter. I don't really want to take it out of its packaging all the way yet. Actually, hold on. This will be fairly easy. We can re-stick it back together. Because it's going to be in the package for a little while. So there that guy is, and it comes with its base knob, of course, obviously. Just a power light on there.
That's what does that?
That's one of them, yes.
Oh.
There's a whole bunch of different methods to that madness. As far as that goes. Okay, I'm going to have to pick all this shit up here. Now, we've still been using the stock head unit, which has to change. So, that instant, for that issue, I picked up one of these. Just a box with not much. We got some Mickey Mouse gloves though. Important shit. Something to imagine. This is cloth to wipe the screen. I imagine this is a new touchscreen for the truck. Knock it off. Very cheesy directions, but I'll figure it out. I'll let you know how well it works. This is just inventory of what is in the box. Now see, we should have another module, like I say, unless this ended up being it. This doesn't say auto kit, this just says adapter. So I'll have to look into that. Like I say, we should have a CarPlay module that we ordered with this. So, and it comes with the trim tools. Are you recording this down here? This stuff? Okay. And then here she be. I haven't even taken it out of the packaging yet. We'll have to see on this. I've seen a few mixed reviews on a couple different models. Let me let him back outside. But here this is the Tesla style. It's 10.4 vertical touchscreen. We'll see how well it treats us. It came with just a clump of wire harness. Like I say, there's a microphone. It's gonna be fairly straightforward. I mean, it's not rocket science. So we'll figure out what this will actually do for us soon. Say I want to wait for the rest of my stuff to show up. I have like a couple stages worth of stuff showing up, so as soon as that first stage is complete, then we'll start installing this. And you guys will be surprised at the second stage. This is supposed to be a USB DVD player. I mean, it looks cheap. I think we spent 60 bucks on this thing. It was one of the options that came with this. I only clicked on a couple options. DVD player, I'm hoping this will allow us to play CDs. I don't know though. We will see about all that. Hold on a second. Let me get her to shut up. What do you want, you fucking rodent? What do you need? Okay, so back to it. Like I said, it's relatively cheap, Phil, we'll see how it treats us. There's nothing here, so everything, all the controls are going to be functionable through here. Excuse me. So here that is. And it says, and people have said it's questionable about retaining the rear entertainment center. But I see that when I was looking for these in the Crutchfield, they have an option to, I don't know what the fuck those are. They have an option to order wire harnesses, separate little wire harnesses that helps you retain the steering wheel controls and like your chime alarms, or your, what is it called? Your warning chimes is what they refer to it as, and then your fucking rear entertainment center, which, like I say, I was planning on upgrading that anyway. So I'll order all those little small wire harnesses and we'll let you know how they work. If they work and how well. I'm hoping this is supposed to be just a plug and play type of thing. But just in case that rear entertainment system was a pain in the ass, we of course got us a replacement. We'll upgrade it anyway. We have a bunch of, like I say, a few other things that are on the way for this first stage. This big nasty motherfucker was only 200 and I don't know, 80 bucks or something, so it's a no-brainer for me, but it was for like tour buses and motorhomes and whatnot, but it should look good in the back of the Escalade. It's a nice, it's 19.5 inches. Get a better grip on that. And it comes with blue LED up towards the headliner. We'll see what it looks like once we get it installed. It looks fairly straightforward. Has a mounting plate bolted to the top of this, which would go on the top of the headliner and hold it in place. And the wires are pretty straightforward. I'm just hoping to be able to retain the wires for the stock system so I don't have to run any new wires. I might try to do something like that with the amplifier as well, so we'll see about that. And I believe, shit, open this up on our way out again. Upside down, flip up. But that's about it for this round. Yeah, I guess when the rest of everything gets in, we'll do a quick update. We'll listen to some more music. Maybe you guys can request some tunes or whatnot. Must have drinking my soda. Anyway, here's what it is. We have the head unit, DVD player, rear TV, and then the Skar equipment to finish out the system, so it's a complete Skar system. And then believe it or not, I'm happier with my Skar, the results of my Skar system, than I am with my Fosgate system, which is 4 Fosgate 15s and a 1500. I think it's underpowered, so we'll deal with that project in a couple months. I'm not fucking worried about it. Right now I want to get the daily driver a little bit more dialed in, and then we'll go from there. Like I say, you guys will probably be surprised on the second stage of all this. But for now, have a good day. We'll see you later.